Europe just accepted the digital euro on the XRP ledger, which means that the price of XRP is now over $50,000 0 cents. Yes, this report was just released a few days ago. We're sending it to you now because XRP has been approved for use as payment in Europe. And Ripple is now joining the digital euro project, a huge plan to replace the traditional euro with XRP for all transactions. So much so that right after this news came out, there was a mix-up with the prices on Coinbase and Binance, which put XRP at 17,415 euros, which is exactly what you see on the screen. This is the first time in Coinbase's history as a global exchange. One example is HSBC, which is the biggest bank in Europe, and just a couple of months ago said they were ready to use XRP to make faster foreign payments. This is of course Europe's biggest bank, and it has fully adopted triple XRP for international payments, as well as the CTF token-based payment reward system on the XRP ledger. So this biggest bank in Europe has pretty much integrated the whole XRP ledger environment. Once more, I want to bring up the fact that Europe has confirmed that the price of XRP is $50,000 0 cents. So you can get more XRP. Again, if you can get 100 XRP and XRP is set to $50 0 cents, you've made well over $50 million 0 cents. So there's just wealth gained over time. Take your time, it won't take more than 5 minutes. Sign up for Apple using the link in the description, make a purchase, and get your free money. Now that we're done with that, let's start the movie. So it used to cost $2.21, but now it's about 2.22% less than it was 24 hours ago. Here's how XRP really did. It got a score of 96 out of 100 from DEX tools, an 81 out of 100 for security, and a 90 all the way around from BenX. The value of all of its coins is 128.1 billion USD, and there are 100 billion coins in circulation. In the last 24 hours, the value of all of its coins traded has gone up 27% to $3,700,000,000 0 cents. At this point, we need to look at institutional acceptance once more since we can see it. I mean, BRICS nations just put out a paper saying that XRP is the best digital asset for payments. Here is the report, BRICS. It's called Internal Economics, and this is what it says on the page. The contract to ensure the availability of funds at the time of execution was pushed back to 2021, and the details of the deal show that XRP will be able to beat SWIFT's US influence control barriers. This even shows that the US no longer wants to use SWIFT as a tool. Instead, they want to use XRP and Excapulated because they are decentralized. Plus, it makes sense given the tariffs and bans that are being put on Russia right now. But that's not all. Every BRICS country stated that they plan to use the Ripple partnership to build a global CBDC, or central bank digital currency, on the XRP ledger. As it turns out, Ripple is connected to all 5 BRICS countries, and we'll show you proof in a moment. First, let's look at Brazil. Ripple launched the crypto on-MM liquidity services in Brazil on August 18, 2022. They confirmed a huge partnership with Travelex, the world's biggest digital bank, to bring the product to market, which let people in Brazil and Mexico send and receive money internationally. The XRP led. Furthermore, an official report has confirmed that the Russian government has picked Ripple's blockchain as the only one that the Russian CBDC, working with the Federal Bank of Russia, will launch on. This is the XRP ledger. We're not done yet, because India is also a big player in the BRICS group of countries. In fact, I stands for India in the third ledger. Indian Bank runs on Ripple, the digital rupee. Obviously, this is huge news because it means that trillions and trillions of new dollars will be moving into the XRP ledger. We're going to move on though, because China is also a very important part of the XRP system. Ripple, a cryptocurrency company, is entering the Chinese market with a globalized Chinese relationship. These two companies work together so well that even though XRP was the only cryptocurrency available in Asia, China blocked all other cryptocurrency exchanges and assets except for XRP. This let Ripple process payments using XRP, which opened up a $1,070 billion 0 cents market for online shopping in China. Once more, a huge accomplishment. It seems clear to all of us that as XRP spreads around the world, more and more businesses are following suit or join the XRP ledger, and BRICS is really setting that price by accepting XRP as a whole. It's not just one country or nation, it's the whole BRICS, which is made up of most of the world's top economies. South Africa is a huge place that we can't forget about. In fact, the study on the African blockchain P22 confirmed that more than 13 African countries are working on and have started to use XRP and combine it with Ripple Labs. The South African Standard Bank is one of these countries. A study also says that digital payment service providers like Cribble have a huge chance to grow in Africa, where things have already come a long way in the past few years. A lot of the potential hasn't been used yet, but electronic payments are projected to grow by 20% to $40 billion, 0 cents by 2025 alone. Ripple Labs will be leading the way, and XRP will be the currency. Now that we look at this again, we can see that the XRP token is not the only thing on the XRP ecosystem. And starting from next month or May 1st, the fact that the XRP record has over $1.25 quadrillion. The XRP ledger will start to see about 100 million transactions every day this month. It's been said that only 1% of people in the world will be able to buy XRP, and the price may go over $35.00 per XRP in the next couple of weeks. In fact, the CTF token is the most important DeFi token on the XRP system. In fact, it's the best token for DeFi and transfers, and both Amazon and Walmart have already signed up for it. Now look at this, guys. Several experts who have been paid more than $300.00 to $400.00 have all written about the same thing. The XRP Ledger's payment war token is the CTF token, which works with it. XRP is expected to go from 52 cents to over $748.00 per CTF token, even though it only has a $20 billion 0 cents market cap. This is dirt cheap, it's nothing, and it could happen at any time, especially now that there's been confirmation of a major supply shock for the CTF. It's said to skyrocket from 50 cents to over $748.00, and they plan to burn over 1 million CTF tokens next month. We can't forget to watch and understand this video again, which actually backs up everything we've said here. What does that mean, though? We're talking about making a generation rich. The possibility is to make $1 million off of just $1,000. I mean, this coin went from being worth less than a penny to being worth 300,000% more in just the last couple of years, maybe 1 or 2 years. That means it's now ready for another big breakout, this time even bigger than the last one. Let us look at this one more time. This is what you call making generations of wealth, and it's almost certain that the breakout will happen in the next few days. As of May 3rd, the breakout will have begun, and that will happen in just 2 days. It's going to start a huge breakout and then do it again, and so we'll see it all happen right in front of us. This is why I always tell people to find out more on their own. Again, because I'm not a financial advisor, it's not